Water.
Guys, I'm living. Hi guys, it's Janae and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm doing a reaction to something that I'm honestly a little bit terrified about. So for those of you who don't know, I grew up absolutely loving Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's still one of my top animated shows of all time. I even back in the day, while I was at university, I think, made 1 or 2 videos on what I thought a prequel to Avatar: The Last Airbender could look like. I think that was it, I can't remember, but anyway, suffice to say, I'm a fan. There were so many people who had such good feedback about One Piece that I thought, you know, maybe this is gonna be another one of those, you know, it's gonna be another one that will actually surprise people in a good way. So even despite my apprehension, I'm deciding to react to episode 1 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Netflix original, today. And I really hope it goes well. If you guys enjoy it, if I enjoy it, we shall be continuing because apparently there's only 8 episodes. But yeah, I'm cautiously excited. We'll see. Anyway, before we do get into it, I just want to say a quick massive thank you to all my amazing patrons and channel members. If you're interested in joining either of those for uncut and exclusive reactions, the links will all be in the description below, along with my social media and my PO box. And if you want to subscribe, that's always greatly appreciated. Now without further ado, let's get into today's video. Kind of loving the mood, not gonna lie. Okay. This is a very different start to what we've had so far. This is... Okay. That is good. We're actually getting some firebending already. I'm sorry, but I will forever be scarred by the movie choosing to make firebenders weak ass and still wanting us to believe that they managed to somehow conquer the rest of the nations. That looks amazing. Okay. Promising.
Hurry!
That guy looks convincing, damn. Guys, this is making my heart too happy. I don't even care if the rest of people don't like it, and maybe I'm gonna not like it by the end of it, but so far exceeding expectations. I'm so excited. But sorry, what I meant to say about the guy that we kind of saw a quick look of, he just kind of looked like he came straight out of the animation, which is impressive.
Come on! Now!
You dropped something, I think, which means that... Oh, no. You did drop something,
to the
but...
Earth King. They're going to start a war.
Oh! We went all the way back. Which makes sense, because we had Sozin's comet there. I just didn't put the pieces together originally. Okay, wow.
Your battle plans are already on their way to the Earth Kingdom.
That means all eyes will be on the Earth Kingdom.
Oh no.
All eyes but ours. Water tribes and the air nomads and the entire world will turn their attention to the Earthbenders.
So they'll be left defenseless.
My sights are set higher.
I'm assuming he
Why?
means literally like in the air higher.
Because it is our time.
Oh, that's intense. That is very intense.
But the Avatar is yet to be revealed.
Which is why we have to kill them all.
The joy of genocide, apparently.
Water.
Guys, I'm living.
A peace made possible by the Avatar.
Oh!
the one person with the
getting
ability to
chills.
master the next master of all four elements, an airbender who may not be ready for the responsibility of becoming the Avatar.
They did the intro sequence! Okay, well, they did half of the intro sequence. We'll forgive the fact that they didn't do the very, very iconic intro. But also they didn't do it in the first episode of the actual animation either. So I really like the fact that they started on a completely different scene from the animation. But I am curious to see who the narrator is, because the way they're talking in present tense, which means that it can't be Katara. If it were Katara, I would have preferred if they had it in past tense, because then it's her retelling a story that had been told to her instead of sounding like she was there all along.
And believe it or not, there may come a day when you wish you'd spent more time with your teachers.
That is very true.
All of them.
Oh no, that means all of them are gonna be here for the massacre. Which is kind of sad, because I like the idea of the Fire Nation having to bust their butt in order to be able to commit the genocide that they had planned. Is the least they can do for murdering an entire society.
The youngest airbender in history to receive the markings of a master. But he is only 12.
Ooh,
We
I
can't
love this
ask
room.
this. But there's much he still needs to learn about responsibility, expectations, sacrifice. He needs
Worst
to
part is I
know
can see both
who
sides
he
of the
is.
argument. Fair.
And he and the world might never recover from that.
The role of the Avatar is
Speaking
a
all the
heavy
truth.
responsibility. Aang must leave immediately to begin training in the other bending disciplines. And we can only hope that it is not too late for him to make a difference.
I'm really intrigued by the decision to front load all
Our
this.
comet festival.
The last one was 100 years ago, and believe it or not, I'm actually not old enough to have seen that.
Good fooled me.
Yeesh.
Aang, you have always been special. The most talented
I'm so
airbender I
stressed.
have ever known.
Why am I so stressed?
Are the Avatar. The Fire Nation is embarked on a dark path.
I think
to throw the world out
the
of
actor's
balance.
doing a pretty good
Only the
job.
Avatar.
Right away? Leave my friends? Leave home? Leave you?
Now this,
Okay, it's fine. I'm just stressing for no apparent reason because I know how all of this goes. I swear I've never watched this before. I think it's worse because I have.
you're strong and kind and generous. Remember that.
Gyatso
Always
already.
remember.
Why do I have to be different? Can't I just keep pretending I'm your friend?
Oh, the way his voice
You
got so
are my
small
friend.
there.
You will always be my friend.
Yeah, the child actor is doing a really good job here. Beautiful shots. Like, the scenery so far has been stunning.
Hey, Abba. Couldn't sleep either, huh?
Oh, cute. He's so fluffy.
Gyatso said, that's who I am. Not someone who can stop the Fire Nation. Not someone who can stop a war.
This feels a little exposition heavy, but I will give them credit
Other kids
for
always say I'm lucky.
at least not having shown us this very conversation with Gyatso already and then just rehashing it.
I don't want to leave. I don't want the responsibility. I'm scared of my power. I'm scared of being alone.
I don't think they should have put that in dialogue.
Just need to go over things always make more sense. At least for now. Yip.
Interesting, okay. Find it very interesting that they're not framing it as him running away. This is not gonna go well. Again, I say as if I don't know where this ends. Yeesh! Damn, this is intense. They just had to use a little kid's voice asking what's going on. Like, oh yes, just a reminder, that includes all the kids. And like, whew, okay. This is such a mess. Oh wow!
It's getting kind of rough, Papa. Maybe we should head back home.
I'm getting chills. Oh my word! I'm stressed. No.
Stay down.
I kind of want to be sick right now. Like they're really throwing this out and I'm stressing so much. The way they're just flambeing everyone in their way is so incredibly grim. I mean, we're kind of happy that this happens to Aang, unfortunately, because otherwise he would have died right next to them. But please let us not have to watch this. I'm begging you. Go, Monkey Arts. I don't know why I'm rooting, but I need to root just to keep myself sane. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. Okay, that was pretty epic. Please let that be it. Please don't show me another part of them being murdered. Hello, Katara. It's making me so happy. Like, that was a rough start, but so far I'm enjoying it.
All right, listen up. We've been manning the wall in 3-hour shifts, but it seems some of you can't be trusted to stay at your posts.
The casting
So
so
from now
far.
on, very funny. Katara!
The casting, the outfits, I'm living.
So
I
where were you
appreciate the
before?
fact that everyone actually seems to be the ages that they are in the original, or at least a lot closer to that than the movie ever came to.
An otter penguin could bend more water than I could.
It's probably for the best. You should be helping out more around the village anyway.
Ooh.
Not everything. Keeping it alive is our duty.
Keeping ourselves alive is our duty.
I know that. And if Dad were here...
But he's not here. I am.
I love that both their arguments are completely valid. Oh! Yeesh, that was close. That looks so legit.
We need to get that canoe or we're gonna end up as fish food. Be ironic.
Yes! I want to see what Zuko looks like, because, not gonna lie, he was one of my favorite characters. Well, eventually, not at the start. Hey, don't even, like, dare to question her. She's trying to get back your boat. Oh! That was such a nice nod to the original. Okay. I love how she's not even, like, realizing what's happening behind her.
Finally.
Oh wow, good voice match with the original, I feel. Sorry.
Where did he come from?
I don't know.
Well, there's your boat.
Oh my. Nice. We're not gonna die.
I love
on, let's go
Sokka's
home.
focus.
You're not thinking of leaving him.
Katara, a strange glowy iceberg just exploded and left behind a mysterious little bald person. What part of that makes you think, great, let's bring him home?
Where's Appa? Are you guys gonna like let him defrost on his own?
That mark on his head.
Let me take a look.
Oh my word, the casting is so good.
The only settlement in that area is Water Tribe Village in the South Pole Territory. That's where we have to go.
Where you think we'll find the Avatar?
Yes.
Because of the light. Sometimes
Hello, Ira.
lightnings are nothing more than... Perhaps it's time to consider that the throne
feel like it
isn't
should've-
everything.
It may not have been for you, but for me, it's my destiny.
He's appropriately dramatic, we love it. This is so interesting.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Where am I? How did I get here?
You tell me.
I mean, you guys did
Appa?
bring him here, so.
Have you seen Appa? My sky bison? 6 legs, horns, brown arrows. Sky bison.
The way he said that. Oh my word.
Sky bison.
Repeating it doesn't help.
Sky bison. Oh, shame. You must be so cold.
Only the Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could stop them. But when the world needed
I have mixed feelings about this, but we're gonna enjoy it.
because you've been trapped in that ice this whole time. The last time that the great comet was seen in the sky.
Why is this
was
giving me chills?
He is the last Airbender.
I'll discuss my thoughts on that at the
Of all
end.
the places you have to drag our asses to, he picks the coldest spot in the world. How come his omens never take us somewhere with hot springs, huh?
I mean, you are trying to annihilate a person
Is there something
and
you
the
wanna say
hope of a
Lieutenant Chief?
generation,
No, sir.
so I'm not feeling
Let
particularly
me make something
generous.
clear. We will prove ourselves worthy, and we will see our homes and families again. Or we will die trying.
I think that's the part they're worried about, though.
Believe me, I know how hard it is to lose the people you love.
I like the small moments of airbending that he does because that's very true to the animation, and I appreciate that they went through the effort to incorporate that.
We're never really ready until we have to be.
Well, I feel like that's something that he can relate with, considering what his last memories are.
A mission your father believed to be impossible.
Mm-hmm.
And so your return home may be unexpected.
Oh, the way he's like trying to ease into what he knows to be true. The fact that his father probably doesn't actually want him back. I maybe shouldn't be giving spoilers. I just realized like maybe someone somewhere is watching Avatar The Last Airbender for the first time via this. Sorry about that. I'll refrain from now on.
No one comes here. It's quiet and hidden.
Yeesh, this is a big boat. Damn.
By finding balance, you can feel the energy.
I like that they're bonding over bending because that is something that obviously they didn't really explore in the series that much. That's the most you've been able to do so far, right?
Nice! Sokka, the Fire Nation!
I know. We spotted them. Get to your post now.
Sokka, the racks.
Get them loaded.
Yeah, it must be very overwhelming for him. I get why they didn't have the scene in the boat, but I'm kind of sad about it.
He's more than the last Airbender, aren't you? You are the Avatar.
Don't like that. Why on earth would she be able to like guess that? That seems a little bit far-fetched. And I feel like they're leaning too much on the like wise elder trope.
Need to go hide.
Sokka, I want to.
Tara, now.
You can really feel the
on,
burden
let's
that
get some
Sokka is placing on himself.
I am Prince Zuko, firstborn
The
son of
helmets
Fire Lord
look just
Ozai.
as bad as they did in the
We have no
animation.
desire to take your home.
He's lost everything he knows. Sokka, don't you see? He's the Avatar.
He lied to us about it.
I know how hard this responsibility has been.
I mean, to be fair, he doesn't know you. So...
But there's more to being a leader than just catching fish. You have to give people something to live for.
His iconic weapon.
On behalf of the Water Tribe village of Wolf Cove, I demand that you leave immediately.
Me when I'm trying to be assertive over the phone.
Won't fall for it. We overpower them. It's no contest.
Well, where's the glory in that?
I mean, gotta
Accept.
kind of respect that from Zuko, a little bit. Look, people might make fun of Sokka, but he's holding his own right now. Or attempting to, at least.
Leave him alone!
I love this so much. That was pretty epic. The good thing here is they're not used to fighting airbenders.
No one has ever fought for me before. I think you're the bravest person I've ever met.
Well, that will go a long way in appeasing Sokka. I don't know how else to word it. Winning him over, I suppose.
You're in charge.
Now, let's go save that weird kid.
Okay, but how are you gonna do it considering you guys have no idea how to handle Appa? Because that wasn't established.
Some people say it is within our nature to expand and consume. Others believe that true stability in this world, so the drive to
That's a
conquer.
very diplomatic answer from Iris. Like, yes, some people believe this and some people believe that. I'm not gonna say what I believe.
And the belief is
Fair.
that by capturing you, the Fire Nation can finally bring that about.
Is that what you believe?
Good on
I must leave.
seeing through
But I
that
look
eye.
forward to many more conversations with you, Avatar. In the meantime, I'll have some jasmine tea sent to you. It's quite soothing.
I love how he's like, I hope there's many more conversation, AK. I hope my brother doesn't kill you. Wow, you really saw none of that?
You're not serious. Katara, no. There's no way you're getting me on that.
Good transitional cut. I can appreciate that. So why is this giving me like oh, I can't say it. Hold on. Okay, spoiler for season 4 of the original animation. Why is it, was it season 3? The final season. Why is it giving me him waking up on the Fire Nation boats 2.0, like that first episode?
The Avatars.
Yeah, just in case you were wondering whose bedroom this is, it's the guy who's obsessed with them. I like that we see the way he approaches things. Is very much the same way that, like, that's the culture of his nation. Come on, Appa, where are you? Come on, give us that moment. Please give us that moment. I'm very unhappy about that, but we'll talk about it.
They're gonna keep coming after you.
Which means we can't go home. It would put everyone in danger. So where do we go?
We're just gonna jump to this? Okay. Beautiful set, once again.
You're strong, and kind, and generous. Always remember who you are.
What is he doing?
This is a mess.
You are my friend. You will always be my friend.
I'll give it some points for like bringing me to tears here. I have so many thoughts.
The thing about losing everything is that's when you learn how strong you really are. It's when you learn to fight.
It feels like they're making Katara a fortune cookie, and there's so much more to her than that I just kind of wish this wasn't the feeling I was getting from her at the moment.
Complete my training and master all the other bending skills so I can bring balance back to the world.
Oh, is that all?
Mm-hmm.
This was my home.
I love soccer.
Now it's gone. How we do anything to get it back.
Not a bad sketch, dude.
I'm the Avatar. And this is just the beginning.
I want to give like a quick recap of how I'm feeling, and then I want to talk a little bit more in detail, but I don't want to leave all my thoughts in the details, because then, like, you know, for those of you who maybe have a life outside of YouTube. So basically, I enjoyed it more than I was expecting. I thought there were some really good moments. I think they did a good job with the CGI. I think they kept more of the humor and feel of the original show than the movie ever managed to, which I really appreciate. And I think they, again, did a really good job with the casting. Some of the characters' acting read as more believable to me than others. I think Sokka's actor did an amazing job. I think he had the right kind of character to work with, that just matched with his level of acting. Aang's actor had some really good moments, especially when he was like tearing up, but I think the dialogue let him down at certain points, and then Katara read a little bit wooden to me, and it wasn't helped by the dialogue. So I think, unfortunately for me, the weakest point in this first episode was definitely just the script. That's where I'll leave the like non-detailed. I'm about to go into more of it, but overall I enjoyed it enough that I'd be willing to give the second episode a chance to see if the show can earn my love, because there definitely were some standout moments for me. There were some that I was disappointed by, but overall genuinely better than I expected. If you want to hear a little bit more about my thoughts, feel free to stick around. I think the script really let them down in certain aspects. I'm talking from an angle as someone who studied script writing, and even though I don't have a lot of experience in the industry, I'd like to think I know a little bit about this, and I feel as if they buried too much of the exposition in boring moments. The standout about the original animation and what made it so fantastic is you found out a lot of important moments of exposition through the storyteller's ability to showcase the exposition in very emotional moments. You find out about Katara's mom and about the fact that Aang is 100 years old during a very impactful scene when he's in that old Fire Nation boat, and that's followed by an action sequence, so you kind of don't feel like you're being bombarded with a lot of information up front. And then also you have the moment in the Southern Air Temple where you only find out about the way that his entire nation was massacred when he finds it out, which just adds so much weight to it, because the way that they did it here just kind of muted the emotional experience for the character so much, because we kind of saw him talking about it at the Water Tribe and he seemed to almost accept it, but then you still want us to have like that same emotion and sorrow for him when he like is confirmed to now know for a fact that his people are dead when he goes to the Southern Air Temple. So it does feel like they tried to be different at moments from the original show without taking into account why the original show did it in the way that they did it. There were also a lot of moments that I felt will potentially cause trouble for them later on. So number one, I immediately mentioned that I didn't like the fact that they kind of took away the action sequence from Aang in the boat with Zuko, and then like to add insult to injury, we don't even have him performing that very impressive stunt with the boat at the end. And we instead give that to Katara, which immediately makes it seem like she is so much further along in her waterbending journey than she's supposed to be at this time, which like if they're then going to try and throw us back into, oh, she's still trying to figure things out, she's very novice, it's going to ring a little bit hollow, so that I'm very concerned about. And also the way that they showed in the original Aang using his airbending in very unique ways in order to take on and fight, when airbending is originally kind of framed as this very weak pacifist society, is such a good juxtaposition, because it very much highlights the idea throughout the show that just because you choose peace doesn't mean you're weak. And the fact that they managed to showcase that in the first 2 episodes earns the trust of the viewer for like, okay, Aang is capable, he might be very young, but there's hope. And the fact that they take so much assertiveness away from Aang, they barely give him any showtime with his abilities in a way that carries a lot of weight, does rob him a little bit of that in my opinion, so that was unfortunate. And I think they could have taken away from some of the other showcasing elements where they had to use CGI in order to really be able to showcase it to us at moments where it was important. I understand not being able to keep both the old firebending boat and the Zuko boat thing, because that's a lot of CGI for the first episode, but I feel like if they could have given us one of those and taken away somewhere else, it would have, you know, been much appreciated. Then the fact that Aang is able to de-escalate himself at the Southern Air Temple also, I feel like that makes the bond that we see between the 3 of them at the start of the first 3 episodes in the animation feel so much weaker here in the live action, because they only had like one real heart-to-heart, and it was at a time where the stakes weren't very high. All the small things that the animation did to showcase the necessity of Aang not going at this alone was slightly taken away from. I genuinely enjoyed so many aspects of this that I'm happily surprised by it, but it doesn't take away from the few issues that I do have with it. And I'm scared that it might make it sound as if I'm expecting them to have frame for frame copied the entire show, but that is not the case. I really actually enjoyed the fact that they started in a completely different place from the original first episode, and I think they did it in a way that still leaves a lot of mystery. But yeah, I think that some of the scenes that they decided to exclude did take away from it, and I feel as if they should have more trust in us as the audience, because this very much doesn't feel like it's supposed to be for the original demographic that the animation was for. And yet at some points it does feel as if they're treating the audience as if we are the original demographic of 12-year-olds or even younger. So I just wish they would be a little bit more sure about where their target audience is and communicate appropriately if they're not going to follow in the original show's footsteps of being appropriate for all ages. I genuinely enjoyed it more than it maybe sounds right now. I just think that this is the challenge with adaptations, is you will always have something to compare the adaptation to, and that does open you up for scrutiny. Let me know what you thought, and maybe I'll see you in the next one. Bye!